All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me here at the ANF First Alert Desk. We are so happy to have you, and this is the time when you know that we've been gathering the stories, we've met, we've talked, we have conquered the day in a sense of what we have decided to cover and some new stories coming into our newsroom today that we want to share with you. So we want to jump right into this, and a lot is happening. Not too much in terms of what we usually see on a weekend, but still some pretty shocking developments in our community taking place already that we want to tell you about. So I'm going to start off with this one. This story is definitely going to be our top story tonight. We have our Atlanta News First reporter Yasmina Alston on this story. A man was electrocuted at Lake Lanier after jumping off of a dock, and now we know that man's name. So I'm going to provide some details while we take you out to Lake Lanier. Now, the man's name, according to the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office, is Thomas Milner. He's 24 years old, and they tell us that he jumped into the lake off of his family dock today and then started screaming for help. A family friend then jumped into the water to swim out to him and quickly noticed a burning sensation and realized he was being electrocuted in the water as well. So then he swam back to shore, turned off the power box at the dock, and then swam back out to Thomas, pulled him to shore, and then that's when Thomas's uncle gave him CPR. But unfortunately, Thomas died the next day. So this happened earlier this week, and we're just now learning about it. And now the Georgia Department of Natural Resources is investigating this situation, and just talk about an unbelievable situation to happen. And you've probably jumped off that dock so many times, considering it's a dock that's within your family. So our prayers are going out to his family tonight, and we are going to try to track down his family members. We've already started making calls on that, and if we do learn anything, we'll make sure to share it with you in our 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock newscast. And our Atlanta News First reporter Yasmina Alston is already on her way to Lake Lanier, and she is going to send us some pictures back as soon as she gets to the scene. So that is definitely our top story tonight that we are working diligently on to bring you some more information. Now, this story is further east that I'm going to talk about next. It's a house party shooting that took place early this morning in Morgan County. And now the sheriff's office in Morgan County is asking for your help tonight to try to track down the person responsible, because they don't have any leads right now in terms of a suspect. Now, I'm going to show you the pictures that they did send to us, and they tell us that there was about 200 to 300 people at this party when the shooting occurred. Now, they didn't tell us if the victim was a man or a woman, but they just did say that that victim did make it to the hospital in critical condition, and now they're asking for any surveillance pictures, surveillance video, cell phone video, and of course any anonymous tips that you would be willing to share to send their way. This took place in the 1500 block of Bethany Road, and to give you an idea of where Morgan County is, I'm still relatively new to Georgia, even though I've been here for about 3 years. I still, the geographic parts are always new for me. So Morgan County is just east of Newton County. It's the county right east of that. So that's where this took place, to give you an idea. And again, the 1500 block of Bethany Road. Any information on the house party that took place and the shooting that occurred there, contact the Morgan County Sheriff's Office as soon as possible. Now, this next story that I want to talk to you about a little bit, this really caught my attention because our Atlanta News First reporter Asia Wilson just really did an excellent job at gathering the information that was needed so that we could really tell this story and bring you a visual on what took place out there. So this is in regards to a burglary of two separate ATM machines in Southwest Atlanta, and now police say that these two ATM burglaries took place, minutes apart from one another, and we were able to get some more information because we did get some surveillance video from the scene. So I'm going to let Asia Wilson show you what happened.
This video released by Mulu Mart's owner shows the moment a white van drove into the side of their building, debris exploding into the air. Atlanta police say a little after 3:30 Saturday morning, they were called for the burglary after it appeared suspects used the vehicle to gain access inside. The owner says the alleged thieves took their ATM machine. You can see two people taking it here, loading it into the back of the van and preparing to take off. The owner says this isn't the first time this happened. These pictures are from June. Here you can see individuals masked up, loading a white truck again, with an ATM. This time they used the front door. This wasn't the only business vandalized. Atlanta police say minutes after Mulu Mart was hit, they were called to Conley Food Mart where the front door was damaged. The owners there say their ATM machine was taken around 3:46 a.m. along with a number of cigarette packages. Officers say in both cases those individuals got away before they arrived. Now the owner of Mulu Mart wants those involved caught once and for all.
Now, just shocking surveillance video there that you were able to see, and really just getting a full parameter of that. So, the Atlanta Police Department did reach back out to Asia, and they told her that they could not confirm whether or not these two incidents were related, but they are both being investigated. So that's the very latest that we have. And right now, the owner is in Hawaii, and that's why we were unable to speak to the owner of one of the locations where this took place. But he did send us that surveillance video. So, of course, if we get anything new on that, we will share it with you right here on the First Alert desk as well as in our newscast. So make sure that you tune in. Tonight, though, we have a lot in store. Back to school. We know that so many parents at home are getting your children ready for that, and we'll let you know what to expect because we know that you're getting those big packets at home with all the information, and it's probably a lot. So, and you can also always check out our app. Our Atlanta News First app is your one-stop shop for everything back to school. If you have any questions as it relates to your school district, make sure that you just stop by there and see if there's anything that we can do to help you out in terms of maybe swifting through some of that information. If you do have a student that you're sending back to school or sending to school for the first time, we know that that's hard for parents as well. So yeah, tune in with us later on this evening, and we'll see you at 6, 9, 10, and 11. Have a great night, you guys.